Happy New Year, Survivor, and welcome to episode 161 of the Vibrant Survivor podcast. Today we're talking about a form of narcissistic abuse that often goes unrecognized, unchallenged, and unchecked because it's masked with smiles, politeness, professionalism, credentials, titles, rules, respect, spirituality, service, and rigged systems. Yeah. We're going to talk about it, but first, let's self-regulate with a 448 breathing exercise, if you'd like. And I invite you to plant your feet on the floor if that's available to you. Even better if you can do it barefoot. Regardless, settle into your seat. Maybe place your hands in your lap or on your knees, whatever's more comfortable for you. And we're going to inhale for 4, hold for 4, and exhale for 8. Ready? Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What do you notice in your body? Grab your notebook and pen, and let's dig in.
Hey, Survivor. Welcome to the Vibrant Survivor podcast. Do you want to disconnect from a narcissistic or toxic situation and heal? Are you Googling how to identify a narcissist, narcissistic abuse, and boundaries? Are you feeling stressed and lonely while trying to avoid being sucked back in and lied to again? Hey, I'm Leslie. As a busy wife and mom, I fell for the lies and manipulations of narcissists. I wasted my time, talents, and money on users who kept moving the goalposts. I wanted real relationships and business opportunities and to enjoy life with my family. Instead, I struggled with anxiety, panic attacks, and insomnia, and I couldn't trust my body or anybody until I took a holistic approach to healing. In this podcast, you'll find tips for healthy living, trauma healing, and boundaries so that you'll have the freedom, confidence, and inner peace to respond, not react, after narcissistic abuse. Take a deep breath in, let it out slowly, and just relax. This time's for you.
It's a new year, Survivor, and I hope that you were able to get refreshed during the holiday season and find a way to recharge, rejuvenate, and come into 2026 with fresh perspective, because we've got a lot to do. Oh my gosh, I realized that there was a lot going on before the holidays, like a lot. I mentioned previously that there was a school board hearing and that the decision was made to do the hearings again and to have each of the school administrators have their own separate hearings, and that was a huge upset, but that was in progress before the holidays. The murder trial was in progress before the holidays, and there were a lot of people calling out our local government where I am. I don't know what's going on where you are, but there were a lot of citizens that were really upset about the way that our water's being dealt with and just corruption in local government, and we're calling it out. And then the holidays kicked in, and all the meetings, the town council meetings and all those things all got, went on break too. And people were digging into some things and records and, records being deleted and stuff like that, cases being deleted. Town manager getting a new job in another part of town across the way, and just all kinds of stuff. Trust and believe that the narcissistic and toxic individuals and narcissistic safe havens in your life and your neck of the woods are secretly hoping that you and others will forget about all the things that you were upset about, that you were calling out, that you were uncovering and coming to realize prior to the holiday break. Oh, see how this works? And this is how they get away with stuff. the passage of time, the deployment of charm and credentials as kind of a credibility type shield, the fake politeness that could be mistaken for integrity or care or concern, the calm delivery could be mistaken for safety and approachability, and credentials being mistaken for character, and good character at that. Professional narcissists, in whatever capacity they come into your life, whether it's on the job or whether it's in some other kind of personal relationship or in a local entity like a local government or other organization, don't dominate with truth or with tone. They dominate with perception and plausibility. Institutions like the school board, for example, prioritize and protect their image over and their profits over people. And a lot of people get hurt as a result. And I'm seeing that continuing into this year as these hearings are going to resume and hopefully be resolved. But it drags things out, and the victims are re-traumatized. It's really ugly. Some of the institutions where this kind of stuff can happen are HR departments, local churches, boards, like, say, for example, the school board or the Board of Education, nonprofit organizations, schools, like, say, for example, my kids' high school, and other civic organizations. And survivors who are dealing with these various entities, and I include local government in that, are often labeled as difficult, aggressive, crazy, unhinged, rowdy. They're told to be patient, to follow protocol or process or procedure. They're encouraged to forgive, to get together, have a meeting, or to do their research, go back and examine things more closely. They're often quietly dismissed, disarmed, or even diverted with their attention and all that. And nowadays it's not really that hard to get distracted or to be distracted by others. And these professional narcissists often hide in workplaces, like where there are policies being weaponized, where there's quiet retaliation taking place, or reputation damage, smear campaigns being deployed. They often occur, or they often hide in churches or in faith communities where there's internal damage control being done, where maybe there's bribery happening. There's the pressure to forgive, the threat of alienation, or the appearance of moral authority, and lots of conflicts of interest. You may be surprised or not surprised to find that some members of your local government are also in the same small groups in local churches with, police, with other government officials, major leaders in local churches, and there's a huge conflict of interest there, and even attorneys or other people that are involved in, say, legal matters, sometimes perpetrators, families, like where they're all in the same body, the same church group or faith community, and it's a huge conflict of interest. They all know each other, and there's cover-up going, or just even, maybe even not outright cover-up, but just even minimization of what you're going through or what issues you're taking or bringing to them. Also, in local government, sometimes terms being served is used as kind of a image armor by those who serve in that capacity in the community. I've been on this this dais for XY number of years, or I've been in this position for a while now, and I know all the issues, and I know this community, and blah 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 blah. So there's that. In nonprofits, you got people doing good as a cover for harm that's being done secretly. Or schools and educational systems, as I mentioned, where there's the good old boys club. There's a hierarchy there that's been going on for a while. And it's almost like you have to wait for people to retire to get any fresh blood in there, new ideas, new approaches, better character. There's bullying and harassment going on behind the scenes. There's a code of silence. There's a passing of the trash in terms of problems or issues that may affect the image or affect the profits or pockets of those who are in powerful positions. There's a fear of liability, a fear of job loss, say, for example, amongst educators. It's really sad. And at the end of it all, the children, say in that case, are the ones who suffer. And the community suffers too. These environments oftentimes reward composure, compliance, and cover-up as opposed to accountability. And when it comes to organizational narcissism or narcissistic safe havens, research shows that organizations will often protect high-status individuals, and they will dismiss whistleblowers and prioritize reputation over repairing the damage or dealing with the real issues. And this can result in kind of a structural gaslighting or community-wide gaslighting. And I've seen that, like with all the school board stuff and the situation with the administrators and the handsy teacher and all the things, and also just even in local government, where even at town council meetings, the community is being gaslit as a whole. And it's really sad, and it's kind of scary, actually. And this kind of ties in with the DARVO framework, remember, where they deny the behavior that's occurring, they attack the credibility of the survivor, and reverse the victim and offender roles. And if you are highlighting the harm that's being done, that you see with your own eyes or you're experiencing real time, and others are focused on optics, you are already there. You are in DARVO and experiencing DARVO. So your confusion, and it can be confusing, it can be chaotic, it can be crushing, actually. And your confusion's not weakness. It's the result of a multi-layered manipulation. Oftentimes, survivors miss certain truths when they're dealing with polite, professional narcissists and narcissistic safe havens. Just know that you're not overreacting, you're not misunderstanding anything, and you're not being too sensitive or problematic. You likely noticed a pattern of behavior over time and to a certain extent, and you called it out, and the system failed to protect you. And abuse is abuse, even in a suit. Let's talk about how to lean into healing when dealing with the professional narcissist and narcissistic safe havens. Lifestyle. Document, don't debate. Allow yourself to know what you know and to feel what you feel. And understand that patterns matter more than persuasive language, and to be mindful of your environment and choose environments that value truth over protecting image or profits. And you may need to take a step back from a particular environment and recalibrate for your own health and well-being. And along those lines, leverage the power of community. Find your people and tap into that. Find people who are like-minded, who see the same things that you see, who are concerned about the same things that you're concerned about, where you can work together to bring whatever the issues are to the forefront and collaborate in that way and create change. There's strength in numbers and safety too. Exercise. Move your body and move the stress out after you've been exposed to the gaslighting, to the lying, to the manipulation. Something as simple as walking, stretching, visualization, or breath work can help to repair your nervous system and give you that reset that you need. Attitude. Trust the patterns of behavior that you observe over time, over apologies, excuses, and rationalizations for toxic behavior. A professional tone of voice or performative politeness does not equal an emotionally safe person or environment. Nutrition. Nourish your body with real foods and hydrate. Stable blood sugar can help to support emotional clarity. And when your body is regulated and properly nourished, hydrated, things like the gaslighting, the lying, the manipulation, and all the other tactics lose their power over you. That being said, a calm demeanor does not mean a safe person or environment. Credentials do not equate to good character. Professionalism can be a mask for toxicity, and patterns tell the truth even when people don't. Remember, polish hides poison, but patterns matter. Thanks for tuning in, Survivor. Your safety and self-trust matter. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon.
Hey, Survivor! Are you tired of feeling exhausted, stressed, lonely, and stuck in narcissistic relationships, and you just want closure and healing? I spent years rationalizing toxic relationships and dysfunctional environments in the name of community, connection, and career. As a result, I wasted my time, talents, and money on users who kept moving the goalposts. One of the worst was an alleged murderer who discarded me after I caught him lying, stopped helping him for free, and held my boundaries. Even though I dodged a bullet, I felt depressed, ashamed, and I doubted myself. I want you to know that you don't have to suffer in silence, feel alone, or crazy anymore. Come and experience the power of creating your own closure without the permission or participation of the narcissist. I've been no contact for over 4 years now, and I've grown personally and professionally. I have more clarity, stronger boundaries. I'm building a life and business that I've always wanted and enjoying real relationships. I know you want to break patterns of getting into toxic relationships, even if you don't mean to. And it feels so good to disconnect from dysfunction, set and hold boundaries, provide closure for myself, and focus on self-care. And to empower my kids to do the same. Go to closurecoachingsession.com right now and get ready to heal after narcissistic abuse. If this podcast has helped you understand who and what you're dealing with, sharpen your discernment, and move forward on your healing journey, share it with another survivor. Help me help others by leaving a review for the show. And let's connect on social. Take a screenshot, share it in your IG stories, find and tag me at The Vibrant Survivor, and I'll share your post too. I look forward to connecting with you on IG and seeing you back here. You're not alone and you're not crazy. Know who you're dealing with, know who you are. Take care, and I'll meet you back here next week. Bye-bye.